ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another 2-in-1 action figure review, and today we're looking at the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 movies, Spider-Man 2099 and Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman. And I gotta give a big thanks to the after party people. Thought it was pretty interesting to pair these two up right over here. Oh, they're kind of paired up like that on the back of the packaging where you can see the other characters from the wave. Then you have product shots for each one, and then you can't really see anything on the side, top, or bottom. So let's get to it and crack these things open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are the figures out of the packaging, and kind of like the Miles and Gwen figures, I actually like these a little bit more than I initially thought. There are details with these figures that, I don't know, unless you open them, I don't think you could appreciate them. But without a doubt, I do feel there are shortcomings with these figures, and we're definitely going to get into that. But first, let's get a look at each of them one by one. I'll complain about the accessories in just a moment because I wish there were more accessories with both of these figures, especially with what we've seen in the trailers. So anyway, let's get a closer look at the Spider-Woman, and then we'll take a closer look at the Spider-Man 2099. So I will admit, at first, I didn't like this face sculpt, and it's still really not my favorite. It's just not as bad looking as I thought it looked when I'd first seen it. For instance, the cheekbones don't stick out as much as they did on the promo shots that I had seen. I mean, from certain angles they will, but when I have it in hand right here, it doesn't look as bad. Thought there's a lot more weird angles on it when I saw the promo images. I guess, to compare it to images I found online, she does look prettier in the movie. So I think she has a little bit of an extra overbite in the action figure right over here. I don't know. I like the translucent yellow for the glasses, the little touch of red right there. Looks good. Her hairband looks great. I love how the hair looks right here. I think they did a good job with that. Really like the big hair. And then the design of this is pretty cool. I do wish that they had that yellow pattern in the middle, as you can see in this image right over here. It looks like at some point they took that out. But you could see the paint apps came out really clean. Like the execution of the figure is actually pretty good as far as the deco goes. Maybe a little bit more silver paint on this one, but these buttons look pretty good. I do like the web pattern. We have pinless joints, so I like that. You do have paint on the back with the web pattern. I get frustrated when Hasbro skimps that. Then you can see we have some nice black paint coming around the back of the arms right over there on each side. So that's pretty cool. And like in the comics, I guess we have a pregnant Jessica Drew right over here. And we have these nice straps going around the waist with nice detail with the silver right there. So it looks pretty good. And then the lower half of the figure is a little pregnancy butt and everything, pregnancy gut and pregnancy thighs right there. Not looking too bad at all. Do like the pinless joints, especially on these kind of figures right here. And then the boots are okay. I just wish that they weren't flipping up in the front right there. That makes it a little extra tricky to stand. I know it's more realistic, but as far as action figure goes, I prefer to have the feet more flat on the floor. I don't like it when they curve up like that. So that frustrates me when it comes to posing and displaying the figure. She does come with just 2 sets of hands. You get these flat hands right here, which I wish we'd gotten a hand with the webs coming out of the fingertips, like splayed out hand. That would have been a lot cooler, I think. But you do get another set of fisted hands right over here. So at least she has a set of interchangeable hands. Would have been cool if she had her own motorcycle too. I did put her on the Baroness bike and she looks pretty cool on that thing. So yeah, if you have that, hey, go ahead, have fun with it. So to go over the articulation on Spider-Woman, the head is on a dumbbell joint, so you don't get a hinge over here. You can make her look down. The hair is not going to allow you to have her look up either way. You get side-to-side motion about that much. Yeah, it is a bit hindered. And you do have neck pivoting right over there. The shoulders will move up and out to the 90-degree mark, and you can move them inward and rotate forward but splayed outward due to these shoulder pads over here. You have bicep swivel, and then you have double jointed pinless elbows. All the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. You have a waist joint right here that turns side to side. It does have some good waist pivoting. barely crunches forward and back just a little bit. The belt can get in the way with the legs, but I was obviously able to get her on the motorcycle still, so she could actually almost do the splits pretty far. Getting the legs to move up on either side, I guess it's a little bit easier to move her left leg forward than the right, but they're more or less about the same right over there. Yeah, about the same. And then you can move the legs back, not much at all. You do have an upper thigh cut right here on both sides, and then you have the pinless double jointed knees. Wow, good range of movement right there. And then no boot rotation. I appreciate it when they sneak in boot rotation, but they didn't do it, so I don't appreciate that. Ankles do move down, they do move up, and she has beautiful ankle pivot. And just to make the note, when you move the thighs upward, try to lift this belt piece above the jacket right there. That does help a lot. So this figure doesn't look too bad. I'm just not the biggest fan of this color red. It just makes the figure look cheap. It has that Happy Meal quality to it. I hate to say it, but the figure itself, it's not so cheap once you get it in hand. It's got a lot of articulation in it, and there's some nice sculpted details right over here. It just looks cheaper than I think it really is, especially because there's no texturing on a lot of these blue sections. You get a little bit of these little lines in here. And I don't know if it's just the way it was designed for the movie, but I wish the blue had a texturing quality. Kind of like what we see with the Miles figure over here. You know what I mean? Something, or like on this section. Something like that. That would have made it feel a lot more valuable. Like it had paid for something with that was a little bit more like adult collector friendly. For instance, this cape is amazing. I really love this cape. It has all kinds of texture detail into it, and it has all kinds of fading with the red into translucent white right there. I think that's really cool. But the rest of it just feels flat. These big old flat spots right here. I do like this. That looks cool. Nice paint applications. Again, I feel like Hasbro is getting better, more accurate paint applications with the detailed small stuff. When you tilt back here, this does disappear, and I don't like that. That looks bad. Wish they didn't do that. Wish they had something else going on in there. Some more sculpted detail or paint at least. Well, it doesn't matter when you bend forward. Oh, there's a little bit of a detail thing right over there, so that's cool. I haven't tried taking this off. I don't want to, but if you want to, you can try it. And then you get the spikies right over here, looking pretty good. Nice lines indented on the inside of that, so that's pretty cool. The hands look all right. I wish we had clawed hands, but I do like how you have these little details right here. Again, I like details, and that's one of the things that I do like about these figures, that they have details that I didn't expect. Same thing with the fisted hands over here. Those are really well done too. Those little gaps of blue underneath the red, that looks dope. I like that. They put those gaps in there on purpose. I just wish we had a Miguel O'Hara head sculpt to go along with this. You know what I mean? That would have been great, especially because we see that in the most recent trailer. So kind of a bummer that we didn't get that. But yeah, not a lot of other details to look at over here. I do like the design of this, though. It does look accurate to the film. And the Spider-Man 2099 articulation isn't too bad. We have that dumbbell joint again. He can look up that far. Wish we had a hinge right here, because it does look weird and a bit gappy in the back of the head, especially if you tilt his head like that. Looks a little bit weird to me anyway. You can turn the head downward just a little bit, side-to-side motion, and good pivoting. And then you have shoulders that move outward just that far. I wish we got butterfly joints with these figures, especially this one. You could rotate a full 360 if it's splayed out a little bit. Bicep swivel, pinless double-jointed elbows, which do work out really well. I do like that. And then all the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. Get an ab crunch forward, ab crunch back, waist cut, hips move outward very far, and he will kick forward that much and back. I wish we got a little bit more range of movement over here. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, which work out really well. And then you have ankles that do move down, they do move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out these two figures, you could see that Spider-Woman standing at about 7 inches tall, just a little over that with the top of the hair, and then Spider-Man 2099 is just under the 7-inch mark. And just for a couple of size comparisons, here's the Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Woman. Next to their comic versions, we have the retro carded version right there, and then we have the recent scroll 2-pack version right here. I could not find the modern Spider-Woman that this design is based off of. Yeah, I hate it when I waste time looking for a figure that I was never really stoked to have in the first place. I don't know where I put it. Eventually I'll find it, but here I'll throw in a photo of it right over there so you could see. And yeah, not my favorite Spider-Woman design, but I do think this character looks pretty interesting the way she does. And then here's a Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Woman. Next to the only other figures from this movie that I've reviewed, we have the Miles Morales, we have the Spider-Gwen, and we have the Cyborg Spider-Woman. I'm very interested to see how she changes from there to there, or maybe she's from a different universe. I'm not sure, and I'm also still a bit frustrated over the price point of these figures and these ones. I mean, these cost the same as these. I wish Hasbro could lower the price on the smaller figures. That would just make a whole lot of sense to me. I know they said they cost out the waves altogether, but as consumers, it would be nice if these just costed cheaper than these ones right here, right? Right? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Then here's the Spider-Man 2099 and the Spider-Woman next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Hey there, Spider Mama. Gonna give me a spanking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have more Marvel Legends reviews coming to the channel, amongst some other stuff. I've got some Transformers stuff I really want to look at too. You know I love my Transformers. And I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are all having a good and safe weekend. And these figures, I do like them a little bit more than I thought I would. Now, the price point on all of them, I really don't like. Like, I really do wish they were all a bit cheaper, especially the smaller figures. But today we're looking at these ones, which are the larger figures, and they do feel more worth it to me. So on that side, I'm not as bummed out. I wish we did get more accessories. I really feel like an alternate head, Miguel head, would have been great. Having an interchangeable hand for Spider-Woman with the webs coming out, that would have been really cool to have too. So there are definitely things that I wish that they had done differently also, like with the sculpt. I wish we'd seen a little bit more details in the sculpt. I have my gripes, but I also had fun with the figures, and that's where I really think it's important with action figure collecting, is how much fun did you have with them. I was able to bust out my SDCC train cardboard piece right there from quite a while ago and use this with the Spider-Man 2099 figure, so that made me happy. And the Spider-Woman with the Baroness bike, that's really fun. So yeah, you do need other stuff to have a good time with these, or I did anyway. So yeah, I had fun with them, but I had to have other accessories involved to make it worthwhile. So I do wish they included more, but still at the price point of around $25 a piece, I'm going to give these figures a Sun rating of...
It's not so bad.
I do wish there was more with these things, but I still had fun with them. What can I say? I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. We got a live stream and a giveaway this Thursday, so I hope to see you there. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,